Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss how you can get the data from your ADLS Gen2 storage account into the Microsoft Fabric. So there are several ways to get the data into the Microsoft Fabric. First one is you can make use of shortcuts. Second one is you can make use of your data pipelines or the data flows. So here in this video, I'm going to leverage the data flows option. So here you can see this is my demo workspace that I have already created. Now within this demo workspace, this is my Lakehouse, and inside this Lakehouse, I will be ingesting the data from my ADLS Gen2 storage account. So for that, what we will do is, in order to get the data from the ADLS storage account, first you need to set up the permission for the particular user. So let's say here, instead of using the service principal or organizational account as the authentication method, we'll be utilizing the workspace identity. So what is a workspace identity? Workspace identity is basically a kind of a managed identity that you provide to the particular workspace. So in the sense, this workspace is going to act as a user, and you are going to add this workspace identity into your ADLS Gen2 storage account for the particular container or the file and folder for which you want to provide the permission within this workspace. So for that, let's first get started with creating the workspace identity. So to create the workspace identity, you need to go to the settings of your particular workspace. So let's go back to our workspace first, which is your demo workspace. And over here, you need to select this workspace settings. Now, once you select the workspace settings, you need to go to the license info. No, it's right over here, workspace identity. Now under the workspace identity, select create a workspace identity. So you can see you can create and manage a workspace identity that users can use to authenticate to data sources. So let's create a workspace identity here. So here you can see that workspace identity has been created. Now you can close this workspace settings. Now we will go to the ADLS Gen2 storage account, and within the storage account you will go to the access control. Under the access control, we need to add the role assignment for our workspace identity. So for that, click on plus add, say add role assignment, and once you add the role assignments over here, you need to select a particular role for the particular assignment. So let's say here we select the role as the blob reader. This one, storage blob reader. Click on next. And now here, select the user as the assign access to. Now click on select members. And over here, search for the workspace name. So my workspace name is demo workspace 1, and say select, and then click on next, next, and review plus assign. So the notification says the role assignment has been added. We can cross check it once by going into our role assignment section. So you can see that storage blob data reader role has been assigned to our demo workspace 1. So it means we are now ready to access the container available in my ADLS Gen2 storage account through the workspace identity. So for that, what we need to do is first we need to go to the overview section, and over here, not the overview, I need to go to the container section. Under the container section, I will select my public folder, and over here I will select the dataset that I want to share. So here I will simply copy the URL. Now let's go to the Fabric, and over here let's create a new item, Dataflow, or you can even go into the demo Lakehouse one, and from there you can say get data using Dataflow. So let's say plus new item and search for the Dataflow. Give your Dataflow a name and hit create. So this will open our Dataflow interface, and now over here to get the data we will go to the new query, and under the new query we will say get data, and then from here I need to select option text/CSV. So this opens up our data source connection settings, and now let's mention the URL for our data source. Now since the storage account that we have created, it's ADLS Gen2 storage account following the hierarchical namespace. So here instead of blob we need to mention DFS. So after changing the URL, next we need to create a new connection. So instead of editing a connection, let's create a new connection and give it a name, ADLS connection 1. Authentication kind you need to select as workspace identity, and after that you need to select next button. So here you can see it's currently connecting to our data source with the help of the workspace identity, and that's it. Now once it is connected, so here you can see the preview of your data, and then you can say create. That's it. So here you can see how easy it is to get the data from your ADLS Gen2 account into your Fabric using the workspace identity. And once you have the data, you can perform the transformations that you want before loading the data into your destination. And once you have done all the transformations, you can add the data destination. So right over here, I'm going to add the Lakehouse as a destination which I created. And here it's always best to create a new connection, and here I'll give my connection name as Lakehouse destination. Authentication kind will remain same, organization account, and hit next button. So once it is connected, now next you have to select your Lakehouse. So here we need to select the Lakehouse available within our demo workspace 1 right over here, and now select the demo Lakehouse 1 that we created. Table name you can give as the new table or the existing table if it exists already. So here we are going to say new table and click on next. From here you can use automatic settings, or you can use the different other settings also. So here you can see we have the options for update method, append or replace, schema options or publish, whether you want to follow the fixed schema or the dynamic schema. So here dynamic schema basically means if in case there is any change at the schema or at the data source level, then automatically that changes will be reflected within your this particular data source that you are fetching into your Fabric automatically in the next data flow refresh. But fixed schema means it will stay fixed, so you have to manually update it, you have to manually refresh, and then you need to click on save settings, and that's it. So your Lakehouse has been added as a destination, and now here you can say save and run. So once the execution gets completed, the data will be loaded into our Lakehouse. So how easy it was to work with the workspace identity in order to load the data from your ADLS Gen2 account into the Fabric. Thank you.